He would have swum to Howth and back and drowned it twice to bask in such praise. "Are we straight so?" he asked. Doyle laughed and splashed a hand through a wave. "Straight as a rush," he answered. It was actually easier outside of the cove. The waves were against him, but consistently so, rather than bobbing round bewilderingly. His instinct was to exert his strength, pushed to the limit, but he heard Doyle's voice calling, "Steady on, be easy," and felt his calm, purposeful, foamless form at his side. It was a punisher, all right, and he was knocked up by the time he gripped the looping rope of the raft. But it was grand to look back on the undulant sea and trace the progress of his triumph. "Pooped, destroyed. Rest a while, there's no hurry." Doyle climbed on the raft, sending it seesawing up and down, and sat with his arms about his knees. Water spilled from him, tracing the hairs on his legs, puddling onto the planks. On his chest, a medal caught the sunlight as he heaved. Steam rose from his shoulders. "Hand up?" "No, I'm fine." Jim pulled himself up and sat beside, gazing back on the stretch of coast. The mountains swooned with a shadowy blue, but the nearer hills were bracken green and bracken gold. In the vivid air, nowhere seemed farther than an hour's walk. It came to him that the smell he usually took for the sea was actually of the land. Here in the waves, the breeze was clean. They were quiet a while, then Doyle said, "Odd the way you lived all your life a spit from the sea and you never swam there. Bet you never went fishing neither." And he was off then telling of the shore, of the conger eel he caught once that near took a chunk of his hand, of going crabbing by Bullock Rocks and selling the crabs to the laddie-dads in the villas, of the 2 buckets of mackerel he got once and how marvellous that was. Didn't he do nothing, only drop the lines and wait a crack. Lashings, I tell you, they was tumbling over themselves, the fishes, to get in inside of the boat. And while he spoke, Jim watched the places he indicated. Kelly Shore, the creamy rocks by Bullock Harbour, Muglen Sound with its deeper, ominous green where the mackerel shoaled. It awed him that Doyle was not bemeaned by his life, as Jim felt bemeaned by his. The lithe and wind-tanned body awed him too, so that he dared only glance at it obliquely, glance and blink, squeezing his eyes. Then Doyle was frowning, concentrating on the shore, the way he was searching for some particular spot. "What you said back there?" He shrugged. Don't suppose I never had much of a friend neither." A long wait, then an arm went round Jim's neck. Again that shock of touch, it near jumped Jim from his skin. It was this way whenever their bodies met. If limping, Doyle brushed against him, or laughing, he squeezed his arm. The touch charged through like a sputtering tramwire, until it wasn't Doyle he felt, but what Doyle touched, which was himself. "This is my shoulder, this my leg." And he did not think he had felt himself before, other than in pain or in sin. "Look at the pair of us," said Doyle. "Mother naked on a plank in the sea. Are you straight for your first lesson?" The crawl it is."